cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's time again to cherish all the time you spend, you tuned in to. It's the number one podcast. The topics of discussion when we broadcast. So all them artificial man jokes, we do it natural from the concrete to a public standpoint. Real, wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. Wherever you're from, life is coexisting, but to know the real, you just gotta listen. It's time again.
What up, y'all? You tuned in to the 52 Scott Podcast. This is Music Monday, and I'm your host, Slash. And with me, I got Comedian 96, K Money, Freddie G. Together, we are the Mind of Men. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast. On Instagram and Facebook, the 52 Scott Podcast. All right, welcome back to another Music Monday. Got another exciting topic. This week, we're going to talk about soundtracks from movies. Now, there's so many movies with different genres, such as some of them R&B, some of them are rap, classic, such and such like that. So what I want to do is just throw a few names out there, some of the movies that I think were pretty good and had some good soundtracks to them. And of course, y'all feel free, if it's something that y'all feel that was a good soundtrack. Okay. Just kind of bring it up. It's all good. So the first movie I want to talk about, I can remember this being a really good movie with Keith Sweat being on the soundtrack. And he had a jam on there. I remember during the wedding scene, Keith Sweat on there jamming. New Jack City.
I knew you were going to say that.
Hey, man, let me tell you, that soundtrack was a beast because you had Keith Sweat on there.
What song was that, man? That was the movie I thought about, but I couldn't think of the song.
There you go, telling me no.
Yeah.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, that was a jam. Now we know that was years and years and years ago. A lot of good music in that movie. It was a lot of good music in Soul Food, and Chris Brown actually was in that movie. Mm-hmm. So the soundtrack is gonna be dangerous if Chris Brown is in the movie. He's got to have a couple of songs on that soundtrack.
Soul Food?
Soul Food? Yeah.
He was in it, but I'm trying to think of some of the songs.
Wait,
the movie or the
Brown?
No. You know what? I lied. I'm thinking of
This Christmas.
No. I'm thinking of the other movie. What's the movie with the girls? Was it Waiting to Exhale?
Nah.
No,
he wasn't in that.
Chris Brown.
Chris Brown.
It's This Christmas.
He was in This
Christmas.
Yeah, he did that. Yeah,
he did Donny Hathaway.
Yeah, he did.
That was a good movie.
That was a great movie. I watched it every Christmas.
Fits in there.
Boy, you've been hanging with me too long.
Nah, let's not even tell that.
Yeah, but I would have.
So another good movie, Above the Rim.
Yes, sir.
Oh yeah, that was.
Pac was on
Pac.
it. You had H-Town. A couple of groups from here. Who else was on there?
187. What? No, wait. No, that's the wrong movie. I'm thinking about Deep Cover. I'm tripping.
Yeah, that was Deep Cover.
Yeah.
But those are just some to name a few. Of some really iconic movies with nice soundtracks.
Here's one.
What you got?
Boomerang.
Yeah, Boomerang.
Man, I was just about to say that one, bro.
So
I was just about
it
to
was
say
a
that.
Boomerang had original songs.
Yes.
And it was set in the 1990s. R&B and hip hop established that soundtrack. Now, it was produced by Babyface and L.A. Reid and Dallas Austin. Mm-hmm. So that's why Boomerang had a really nice soundtrack.
And Johnny Gill, There You Go.
Right.
I love that song.
Yeah, Johnny Gill was.
But look, here's the thing. Which one would you pick out of the Boomerang soundtrack and the Waiting to Exhale soundtrack? That whole. You ever listen to it?
Both of them are good.
Both of them are good.
Yeah, that's a hard one to choose from.
Well, see, Boomerang you got Tony Braxton on there.
Mm-hmm.
You got a lot of different people on that Boomerang. But you did have that.
You had Anita Baker, Brandy. You had who else was on there on that Waiting to Exhale?
Boys to Men.
Boys, yeah. You had a lot of great.
They were R&B superstars.
Yeah.
They weren't just artists.
Mm-hmm.
They had R&B superstars. That's what made that soundtrack a beast like that.
Hey, I'm gonna go old school, man. Purple Rain had a hell of a soundtrack.
Yeah, Purple Rain was nice.
It did.
You know what song made both those soundtracks? My Funny Valentine. I think they were both on Waiting to Exhale, and
So
they were on Boomerang.
So Purple Rain, 1984, is when that movie was released, with pop and funk, R&B, rock, and gospel influences by Prince and the Revolution.
Yes, sir.
They produced that. And, of course, Prince played several different instruments, piano, drums, guitar, whatever you put in front of him, he kind of knew what to do with it. But you had songs like When Doves Cry, Let's Go Crazy, I Would Die For You. I mean, these are just some of Prince, and what some people know as formerly,
The
the artist formerly known as. Well, we know him as Prince, but he had a lot of good songs, and actually he's in the Grammy Hall of Fame, Prince,
Rightfully so.
Yep, and the Rolling Stones 500 greatest albums. He's
Rightfully
in that,
so.
Right, and he deserves every little.
I'm finna take it back, man. In the 70s, here's a soundtrack. Claudine.
1974. Gladys Knight and the Pips.
I still listen to that.
That's a good one.
Today.
But let me tell you who produced the music. Curtis Mayfield. Now, did y'all know that Curtis Mayfield's studio band was the Barkays?
I knew that.
I didn't know
And
that.
I bet you don't know one of the. Well, you may know.
Yeah,
some.
I know him.
The son.
Done some work with him.
The son.
Jazzy Faye.
Jazzy Faye.
Yeah, done some work with Jazzy Faye. But go ahead.
Can I ask you a question? And please, I'm embarrassed that I don't know this. The movie, and this movie I never watched. I think I told you guys this before. This is embarrassing. The Wiz. Did it have a nice soundtrack?
Yeah, that's Michael Jackson, Diana Ross, man.
I didn't listen to the whole soundtrack because I never watched the movie. I know about the Ezo Down, but everything else after that, like, do you know any other songs from that soundtrack?
I'm sure there are some that we know, but probably didn't know that it was in the movie because I know I was a kid.
Yeah, I was a kid. That's why I was wondering if it's any other songs on that soundtrack. That
They had a special song for you. If I only had a brain.
Oh man, you got me again.
Sure did.
2 shows.
The
you
man
got me.
sung it on the show.
Wait
for
till
you.
next week. I got you, brother. I got you.
Now, how y'all feel about this one? The soundtrack, American Gangster.
You know what? It was cool.
Yeah.
It was cool. I'm gonna tell you my favorite song on that soundtrack.
I know.
Jay-Z and Lil Wayne. Hello, Brooklyn. How you doing?
Yeah, I like that. I know that, but the Neptunes and Pharrell and Jay-Z, of course, kind of produced that soundtrack. So it was really, really nice. I mean, it's some songs on there. This is when Jay-Z was at the peak of his career, I believe, when he did these songs on here because he was working with Pharrell, and the stuff that Pharrell was producing was different from anything else that was in the industry. And it would have to be for them to come up with a name like Neptunes.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That means you're out of this world. You're in another planet.
Yeah.
That's true. But that's what it took to make them sound. It matched. The name that they gave and the creativity matched.
It does.
Neptunes, because they was unworldly type of music. I mean, it was nothing that we had ever heard before. He had a song called The Rock Boys. Do y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, The Rock Boys was jamming.
Yep.
So much other stuff on there. Let me see what else he had on there. He had No ID was one of the producers on there. Just Blaze was one of the producers. And most of it was, rapped by Jay-Z, of course. So
I got one for y'all gonna laugh at me. I know y'all gonna laugh at me on this. Y'all remember the original soundtrack to the original Karate Kid Part 1 with Peter Cetera, The Glory of Love, and all. Oh, now that I know it's a white album. I'm sorry, but it's jamming. It's jamming.
A little bit away from.
It's jamming. Glory and Love and Peter Cetera. I'm telling you, man, go listen to the soundtrack Karate Kid Part. The original, not with Jaden Smith, but the original with what's his name, Ralph's whatever his name.
Macho.
But yeah. So watch the original and listen to the soundtrack. That soundtrack is jamming. It's got a lot of
You know what?
love.
I'm not
songs on it.
surprised that you would be jamming that
That-
soundtrack.
It was a lot of love songs on there. I know it was a lot of white, but it was a lot of white songs. But there was some songs Glory Love was jamming. That was like one of the top. It was one of them good songs, man. Go
So
listen
who
to it.
mentioned The Wiz? That was you, comedian.
That was me,
96?
The Wiz. Yeah,
Now, what do you know? What year The Wiz came out?
74,
78,
78,
almost.
yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell you why. Yeah, it was jamming because you had composers. They don't even mention him as a producer. Composers such as Quincy Jones
Heavy hitters.
making the album blend. You know, with 1970 soul, pop, and disco. So,
Damn.
yeah, I mean, he's on down the road, A Brand New Day, and then it was something called Home,
Yep.
which I don't remember that song.
That's Patti LaBelle. I
Patti
think.
LaBelle.
When I think of home.
Oh yeah.
You know what? Now that we bring that back up, we're talking about Michael Jackson. We talk the movie, the Michael Jackson story. Ben, what they had Ben on there. That Michael
Well,
Jackson
that's
with
a movie.
Yeah,
Ben,
that movie.
That's a movie. Ben.
Ben, is it?
Yeah, it's a movie
But
about a
movie.
mouse.
Yeah. But is that the one that had all the Michael Jackson songs on there? Ben, or was it the Michael Jackson story with the guy from God Dog? He played on. One of
that's a
the
really-
movies had a lot of Michael Jackson songs, and they all were jamming.
Well-
I can't remember which. I don't know if it was Ben or if it was the Michael Jackson
and
story.
I'm gonna say Ben, and the reason why I'm gonna say Ben is because majority of that movie was music coming in, kind of like a musical, and Mike was
probably
doing
Ben.
I think it was Ben.
It's Ben. Yeah.
That was a musical.
Yeah,
you know?
that thing
Here's a
was jamming.
soundtrack that I don't think it gets any recognition, but the movie was great.
Yeah.
The 5 Heartbeats.
Oh yeah. Five Heartbeats.
God,
Damn.
you got us
Yeah.
good. You got me on
I
that
don't know
one.
why I ain't think of that.
Yeah,
That's
you
like one
ain't
of my
lying. I be
favorite
watching
movies.
that over and over like a kid, man.
Now here's one up to date. I want to see if y'all, cause I done jammed this soundtrack. I mean, not the soundtrack, but watch the movie, and I'd be like, man, the soundtrack is a beast to this. This is a newer movie, 2021. The Harder They Fall.
I hadn't seen.
Y'all haven't watched the movie?
I saw the movie.
I don't think
Listen
I've
to
seen
the
it.
music.
Okay.
They got a lot of good music in the soundtrack, man. I mean, it be the stuff in the background, but that shit is jamming. I don't know. And let me see, Kid Cudi, Jay-Z, Listen to My Guns Go Bang. Listen to My Guns Go Bang. So it was a lot of good artists, on here. What's that? 3 and 30 Years by Pretty Yende. The Harder They Fall soundtrack became a streaming hit. So it took off really big on a lot of different streaming platforms. And that's one of the ones from 2021. So good idea to do that movie. And what's her name was the main. She wrote this movie.
Who?
Who that?
What's her name? Oh God, I can't think of her name. She did the 2 kids' voices on
That movie, not South Park. It's like
No,
South Park. It's like South
it,
Park.
but it's
I
not.
can't think
You
of
know
the
what I'm
name
talking
of it. I
about.
know what show you talking about.
Boondocks.
Yeah, Boondocks. Her name, what's her name?
Regina
She
King?
played
Regina
in,
King.
Yes.
She produced
Yeah.
The Harder,
The Harder They Fall.
What is that about?
Oh,
Man,
that
it's a Western.
It's the
Western.
Western.
Oh,
You know what?
okay,
I just
okay.
thought about it.
I
You
have
should have
seen
told
it.
me it was Regina King, and she was in. That was jamming.
I couldn't
'Cause I
tell
think
you Regina
DMX was
King
on
because
that.
I didn't know the name. I was trying to
DMX was
figure out.
on that soundtrack. Yes, that was jamming.
Wait a minute. You sure DMX was on
Yes, The Harder They Fall.
there, man? Hey, man.
When-
Are you sure?
Yeah, please be sure.
Are you
because
sure?
I think.
I don't
Are
say he
you
was
sure
deceased.
DMX was
No,
on that
it's one
soundtrack?
of his songs was on the soundtrack.
What
Okay,
song?
are you
I
I
was
don't-
sure?
dun 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 dun. I don't know the name of it, but that's
Where the
when
hood
I'm gonna
at?
tell
That's
you
where
what
the hood
happened. Yeah, that I'm gonna tell you what happened when
It
that
says
song came.
no official
No.
singles were released from this soundtrack.
When they were fighting,
But was that,
that
a song?
came on. That song came on when they were fighting. That song came on. I know because I watched that movie over and over.
The Harder They Fall?
That's
I don't
that.
remember that
That's the
part.
dude who's always playing with the gun.
But
He got his
maybe-
ass shot up.
Yeah.
Is that the movie I'm talking about?
Yeah, that's the movie.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I know. I watched that movie. I want to make sure because it was 2 westerns that came out, black westerns that came out, And that one with Idris Elba and Regina King and all that.
Idris Elba.
That's it. Dun, 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 dun. And when they was fighting, that song came on. I remember that.
I got another soundtrack. I think the name of the movie was Romeo Must Die.
Oh,
Was that
that
with,
is a good one. Aaliyah.
Yeah,
Aaliyah and DMX.
Aaliyah
Yeah.
and DMX was in that movie.
Oh, you know what?
That was Aaliyah's last movie, though, right?
No, I think Queen.
No,
of
the
the
one
Dam.
that when Queen of the
Was
Dam.
Queen of
yeah,
the
Queen of the
where
Dam.
she
when
was
a
kind of
vampire.
Vampire, yeah, that was her last
movie.
Yeah.
Now that you mentioned Steven Seagal and that one with Morris Chestnut, Steven Seagal, was it Morris Chestnut in that one too? But I know Steven Seagal and DMX. They was in that movie. That I don't know the name of that one, but the one DMX and Steven Seagal was in together, they had a jamming soundtrack too.
So look, Superfly, the movie,
Of course.
1972.
That's another Curtis Mayfield.
Another Curtis
Mayfield.
Mayfield,
Yeah.
man. You couldn't miss him with those soundtracks. His sound was just
Yeah.
for that. And then there was another movie I used to watch. It wasn't a Curtis Mayfield production, but it was Willie Hutch and the movie The Mac.
Yep.
Yeah.
Now Willie Hutch and Curtis Mayfield's music was similar, but I'm guessing because they using bands, they probably using some of the same bass players or some of the same guitar players and different stuff like that. So their music was similar, but yeah, Curtis Mayfield got his hands in some good soundtracks, man, and he really did pretty good. In Rolling Stones 500 greatest albums, this was one of them, the soundtrack to Superfly. Soul influenced, I mean. Waiting to Exhale, of course, that came up, and we talked about that. Now,
Yeah.
Mary J. Blige, Not Gonna Cry, was a big single off of that. And then,
I
okay,
thought Not Gonna Cry was waiting to Waiting to Exhale. You did say
that's
that.
what we on.
Yeah,
Waiting
yeah.
to
that's
Exhale.
we talked about that earlier. That's why.
Yeah, but I say we back to Waiting to Exhale. So Brandy had Sitting Up in My Room. That
Yep.
was a jam.
Yep.
What else? Shoop.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Yep.
Everything.
My Funny Valentine, which I told
Everything
you
on
is
that.
also
Yeah.
it was also on the Boomerang soundtrack. That song, I don't know who sings it. That particular song made both soundtracks.
Well, Whitney Houston and CeCe Winans had a song called "Count on Me" on
Count on Me, yeah.
So but
That
it
was
was
a good one.
and it was one of the best selling albums of all time. This soundtrack. So, but you look who you got on there. You got Whitney Houston.
Whitney
You know, she
Houston.
was
Exactly.
it, you know, at that time, and then she's got another one under her belt, The Preacher's Wife.
That
That was
whole movie
Yeah.
was jamming.
That
Yes.
was with Denzel in it.
Yep.
You know,
I
so-
forgot about that one.
Babyface, Diane Warren, Kirk Franklin, a lot of them had a lot to do with the music.
Yeah.
You know, as far as songwriters on The Preacher's Wife. I like that movie. Denzel was in there, of course. Anything
Yeah.
Denzel in, I'm
Yeah.
probably
Yeah.
gonna check out.
For sure.
Yeah, Michael B. Vance was no, that's his name, Michael B. Vance, or it's Vince, something like that. No, that's what's her name's husband,
Marcus.
the lady from 911. That's her husband, Angela Bassett. Husband.
911.
Yeah, that's what she playing.
Yeah,
Angela Bassett.
that's her husband.
So
What's his
this,
name?
Michael B. Vance.
Yeah.
Something like that.
He was the
The
wife, Whitney Houston's husband,
In
on
The
The Preacher's Wife.
yeah.
So look,
You ever seen him? Preacher
Yeah,
Wife?
but I thought she was married to somebody else. I
she
didn't want to
married
get
to
off
Michael
topic. We can talk. We can discuss it later. I ain't want to play Comedian 96.
so
that's
now here's one. Black Panther. I don't know if y'all remember watching Black Panther, but do you remember the beginning of it?
The
Too
first and the
Short
second.
music. Too Short was playing
Show the first one.
at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah, the first
Oh,
one.
Too Short.
Show was.
You know what I'm saying? Was jamming on there. So it was full of West Coast hip hop, trap, and R&B.
Dang, I just thought
Producers
about
like
that.
Soundwave, Mike Mill, whoever Mike Mill is.
Mm-hmm.
But then you had artists like, this was when Kendrick Lamar
Mm-hmm.
kind of first came out, and he had that hit song on there with SZA. What's the name of it? I
I usually know all the
forget.
SZA names.
I forget the name of with him and SZA jamming. It was a jam. I can't think of the name of it. All Stars, All the Stars.
That's the name of the song.
That's the name of the song.
All the stars.
All the
I wanna
Stars.
check
Yeah,
it
if you
out,
go
'cause
back and listen to SZA, is jamming and Kendrick Lamar. So you got J-Rock was on there, Future was on there, James Blake, and of course K-Dot being Kendrick Lamar.
Yes, sir.
So the singles from this movie, got consistent airplay, being released to platinum status actually, and when you say platinum status, you got a lot of different ways you can look at it. If this is selling records, you still got platinum as far as YouTube platinum, streaming platinum. So there's lots of different ways now to achieve what you want in goal. So I always thought that doing movie soundtracks was good for producers because now it allows you to be noticed by a lot of different other people in different genres.
Yeah,
because
not just in the music industry.
Yeah, not just the music industry. Now it's everybody. People that love movies, they gonna like your music. So it definitely helps anybody in the music industry help to build a career. This movie, Trouble Man.
Trouble Man. I never
Yeah,
heard of that one.
1972. This was one of those black exploitation classics.
Wasn't Marvin Gaye? Did Marvin Gaye do some stuff on that?
Yeah.
And
His musical success was on it. And of course, Trouble Man.
Trouble Man.
Yeah.
I've been some places there and I've seen some places there and I never.
Yeah, that's exactly what Trouble Man is. So he was one of the best. That song with Marvin Gaye, Trouble Man, and I heard it in something else. What is it? Four Brothers? Is it in that movie?
I think so.
With
you know what? Yep, it is.
It's in Four Brothers.
With Tyrese Gibson.
With
yeah.
Tyrese, and you got
And,
Mark in there.
Andre,
And then Andre 3000.
Andre 3000.
I don't know the other.
Trouble
look, yeah.
Man was one of the main songs to that movie.
That boy says, Marvin
Marky
Gaye
Mark.
says something so live, man, in that song. That joker said, there's three things for sure that's promised. Taxes, death, and trouble. This I know.
This I know. Yeah. So he knew exactly that it was going to be trouble going on and it's something to sing about. Now, here's one. Y'all mentioned the male form of this movie that they didn't actually make the list. Y'all made that list with the males, 5 Heartbeats.
Yeah.
So look who they got on there, the female version of the 5 Heartbeats.
Let me guess. The female version of the 5 Heartbeats.
Spice Girls.
No. Oh, my God.
I just,
The Supremes.
Dream Girls.
Dream Girls.
Yeah.
You close.
That's
Dream
with
Girls. Beyonce and
Jordan.
Jennifer
No,
Hudson.
I'm thinking. What's your girl?
Beyonce.
No, Jordan. Somebody.
Jordan Sparks.
Sparks. Wasn't she in an old school flick like that?
She was
Sparkle.
Sparkle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she was in Sparkle.
Now I think Sparkle made this list too, but
Yeah.
I really believe that
That One Wing, that's a hell of a song. One Wing made the whole. I think that just made the movie when she sung it at the end.
So with this movie, Dreamgirls, I guess my look at this is because Jennifer Hudson got a really great voice. She cold,
Yeah.
honestly.
Effie was the shit.
Effie was the shit, man. And it was something that I don't know. I think she did an awesome job, not to take away from what Beyonce did, but Jennifer Hudson, man,
Yeah.
she sung on this movie,
Yeah.
bro.
Hey, I keep thinking about Eddie Murphy. Jimmy got soul. Jimmy got
Yeah, Eddie Murphy a fool, man.
You ain't lied.
So yeah, Eddie Murphy, and again, you got another classical actor. You can't miss him in his movies. Everything he's done, and I still watch Eddie Murphy's movies. They really be pretty
Yeah,
good, man.
I mean, shit, he's staying relevant, man.
He's staying relevant. So, I mean, I would love to do a soundtrack, and I think I talked to your boy, that same guy we was talking about earlier, but he never mentioned the movie, or if they're going to still do the movie. Because remember, I say, man, let me be on the soundtrack.
Right.
Let me get in on the soundtrack.
No, he's still gonna do it. He said he's gonna reach out to you.
Well, I mean, whatever the case is, get at me for that soundtrack, man. I'm ready.
You know, Big L, you need to reach out, man. Come on.
Reach out. Let's do the soundtrack, man. Let's get our name on this list.
Hey, speaking of local, what y'all think about the Dirty Third?
Oh, that's coming out on the 20th.
It's already out, bro. The Dirty Third been out for years.
No, there's a movie coming out on the 23rd.
It's a new one.
I'm talking about the one that
He talking about the old one.
Yeah,
That's already
that
out.
soundtrack.
He says, speaking of local,
Yeah, I know.
what y'all
I know
think
it's
about
local.
the Dirty Third?
It's
I know
already
the
out.
movies that I'm talking about is a local that I'm talking about. Yeah,
That movie's out. I think it was a good album.
there's a local. I'm sorry, there's a movie. I should have said that.
Well,
There's a
that was
local
around the time
movie.
Rec Shop was on top, right?
Yeah, that was a good
Yeah,
album
so that
because like you say, at that time Rec Shop was Rec Shop. So yeah, it's a good album.
My
you
bad.
know.
It's Once Upon a Time in the H. My bad. That's come out on November 23rd. It's local and Big L. Matter of fact, that's Big L.
But he ain't got at me on
He
the
ain't got
soundtrack.
at me, yeah.
So that's what are we saying?
I don't know, man.
That was the whole thing
He
about
heard
the
me.
soundtrack.
Pick up the phone call, man. Come on, man. Big L.
All right, now Shaft was a good soundtrack. Not the latest one. Of course, the first one back from 1971. You got one with Samuel, but not that one. This one again was a blaxploitation action classic, and Isaac Hayes, of course, featured his trademark 1970 progressive soul blending funk, rock, and psychedelic soul. He wrote and sung all the material. So he's a cold boy too, man. If you get with Isaac Hayes, you finna have you something live. And Isaac Hayes, it was another movie later he was in before he passed. I can't think of what it was, but I think I just not too long ago watched that movie.
That was with Samuel Jackson and
Soul
Bernie Mac.
Soul
Man.
Soul Man.
Yeah, and which column was in it?
I
briefly
thought he did
too?
Pootie Tang too. He wasn't in Pootie.
The woman,
John Legend.
Millie Jackson was in it too.
Yeah, John Legend was in it briefly because remember he was the dead one. So yeah, anything Isaac Hayes been in, I'm sure he's had his hands in on the soundtrack. Now, what I want y'all as the listeners to do is just kind of think of some of the soundtracks, something that we may have missed. Leave us some comments. Let us know how you feel about the soundtracks, what songs you think was best, and what soundtrack it come from. And then by the time we come back Monday, I'll be done read that, and we might talk about it. Let me know. Peace.
So that's all, y'all, for this edition of Music Monday. Thanks for tuning in. Come back tomorrow and check out True Tuesday with K Money. Hit that like button, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram and Facebook, The 52 Scott Podcast. Follow us on X, formerly known as Twitter, at 52 Scott Podcast.